In this video tutorial, I am going to be going through standard form on a calculator. Okay, so this is a White Rose Maths PowerPoint made explicitly by them, so I have no endorsement. I wasn't paid for this. Okay, I'm making this video on this, but this PowerPoint was made strictly by them. Okay, so let's recall. Okay, so let's get onto it. Number one, write 0.076 in standard form. So the key with standard form, guys, is it's a number between 1 and 10 times by 10 to the some power. So a number between 1 and 10 multiplied by 10 to some power. That power can be positive or negative. If it's a decimal, a small number, it's a negative power. If it's a big number, a large number, it's a positive power of 10. Okay, so this will be 7.6 because that's between 1 and 10 times by 10 to the power multiplied by 10 to the power of. Now to go from here to here, move this one place here, 1, 2 places, so that's going to be negative 2 here or minus 2. So our answer is 7.6 times by 10 to the minus 2. Number 2, simplify m to the power of 4 to the power of 7. Now when it's a power to a power, multiply the powers, so it's going to be m to the power of 4 times 7 will be 28. Question number 3, write the reciprocal of 5/7. So reciprocal means 1 over. Okay, if it's a whole number, it means 1 over that number. Or if it's a fraction, then I just flip it. So turn it upside down. That's going to go to 7/5. Okay, 1 and 2/5, 1.4. Okay, so OE means or equivalent. So 1 and 2/5. Okay, and examiners will also accept 1.4. These are all equivalent numerical values to 7/5. Okay, question number 4. Work out the area of the shape. Okay, so I'm going to make it into a rectangle and a square. Okay, so this is 14 by 8. So 14 times 8. So double it and then double it and then double it again. So that's going to be 28, 56, and that'll be 112 if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be 112 meters squared. Okay, what about the area of this rectangle here? Okay, so that's 8 and that's 12. And this part has to be equal to 4 because 4 plus 8 makes 12, so that's 4 meters. And then here, guys, if that's 14, that's 11. 11 plus what makes 14, so that's going to be 3. Okay. So now do 3 by 4. 3 times 4 is going to be 12. So it's going to be 12 meters squared. Okay. Now to work out the total area, I'm going to add both areas together. So it's going to be 112 plus 12. We get 124 meters squared. Okay. That, guys, is an area of a compound shape. Again, these are all GCSE examinable style questions. So if you obviously go over this, obviously watch day for your exam. But these are typical, I would say, non-calc questions, although they can also appear on a calculator paper. But okay, so question 1 is writing numbers in standard form. Question 2 is using our index laws for GCSE maths, power to power. Okay, so remember, when you multiply with the same base, you add the powers. When you divide with the same base, you subtract the powers. When it's a power to a power, then you multiply. Question 3, looking at reciprocals in the numbers section. And then question 4 is areas of compound shapes, okay, or compound measure. So answer for these. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's recap. Okay, so first few questions. Okay, write the numbers in standard form. So a 0.2 times 10 to the 6. Again, number between 1 and 10. So it's going to be 2 times by. Now here, I times it by 10. So to keep the number in check, I'm going to divide the power by 10. Okay, so I'm going to divide 10 to the 6 by 10. You think of it as 10 to the power of 1. We're going to divide with the same base. I'm going to subtract the powers. So it's going to be 10 to the power of 5. Okay, same number. this is now in scientific form or notation here or standard form. Number between 1 and 10 multiplied by 10 to some power. What be 37 times 10 to the 4? That'll be 3.7 times 10 to the power of 5. Again, I've divided by 10 here, so I'm going to multiply by 10 here. Okay, but C, guys, 0.8 times by 10 to the minus 3, that'll be 8 multiplied, okay, 10 to the minus 4. Easy for that, guys, because obviously this has got bigger by 10. So this, yeah, this obviously has to get smaller. So I'm going to knock one here off the power key, not, but yeah, I'm going to knock one off. Remember, yeah, minus 4 is smaller than minus 3. Okay, not bigger, okay? But the 0.206 times 10 to the 5, that'll be 2.06. So times it by 10, okay? And I'm going to knock one off, yeah, the power here. So it's going to be 10. So times this by 10. So not when you have the power, so it's going to be minus 6 or negative 6, okay? So yeah, okay, so I'm keeping it in check, okay, by multiplying it and dividing it by the same power of 10, okay, to cancel out, yeah, the process, okay? Here we go. So remember, yeah, remember, it's a number between 1 and 10 multiplied by 10 to some power. That power can be positive or negative. If it's a small number, a decimal, it's a negative power of 10. And if it's a big number, a large number, then it's a positive power of 10. Okay, next part. So calculate part A. 3 plus 2 times 5. So remember your order of operations. Okay, remember your mass. So do the multiplication here first. So 2 times 5 here makes 10. So you have 3 plus 10 is equal to 13. Okay, what about part B, guys? 4 times 2 plus 7 times 5. So again, the multiplication here first for each part and then your answers. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 7 times 5 makes 35. So 8 plus 35, okay, makes 43. But C, 12 minus 8 divided by 4. So do our division for our subtraction. Remember, yeah, remember BIDMAS or BODMAS or PEMDAS or BEDMAS, whatever you were taught in school. We're going to have 12 take away 12 minus 12 subtract 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2. So 12 minus 2 is going to be 10. Part D, 9 divided by 3 is 18 divided by 4. So 9 divided by 3 is going to be 3 plus 18 divided by 4. We'll half it and then half it again. So half of 18 is going to be 9. Half of 9 is going to be 4.5. So we got 3 plus 4.5, 4.5. We get 7.5 or 7.5. 15 halves. Okay, 13, 43, 10, 7.5. Okay, using our BIDMAS or BODMAS. Okay, next part. What's the same? What's different? Well, the numbers are the same. What's different is here our order of basically using BIDMAS. So here I would do 8 plus 4, which is 12, divided by 2 plus 1 here, which is 3. So 12 divided by 3 is going to be 4. Okay, 12 thirds makes 4. Next part, okay, I'm going to do here 4 divided by 2 first, which is 2. So you have 8 plus 2 plus 1, which makes 11. Okay, so same numbers, but different operations using maths. Here I do the bit inside the brackets first, and then the division. Here I do the division first, and then the addition. Remember maths. So brackets, indices, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Okay. Right, next part. Okay, so option 1, option 2. Okay, so yeah, so this is how we are going to convert our calculator, guys. Okay, so if you have the recent or the new Casio ClassWiz, okay, so this is for like the newer calculators. Okay, so most of you will probably be following option 1. Okay, but yeah, if you've got like an older calculator or Casio calculator, then yeah, might need to use option 2 again. Okay, I'm going to do a more in-depth review and tutorial on how to use your calculator for your obviously your paper 2 and paper 3 for your upcoming exams. Just so everyone's happy with like the buttons and the notation. Okay, I mean it's pretty straightforward. Actually, it's not actually complicated. I've got it in my hand today. I've got the Casio FX85 GT CW. So this is the ClassWiz. Okay, I mean it's not like don't want to be harsh. Obviously the other ones I think are obviously a bit more simpler, but this one's still okay. Okay, but I'm gonna do a video, going through how to use your calculators, or this one, FX85 GT CW. Okay, for your upcoming calculator exams, or any time you need to use a calculator. Okay, let's learn. So use your calculator to write 906 times by 7 as an array number. Okay, so I'm going to type in 9.07 times by 10, and then I'm going to use a power button, which is going to be this little button here. So it's like a shaded in square. It's got this key to the power of 7. Then I'm going to press execute. Okay, and I get 90,700,000. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, again, obviously pause the video. Obviously check it on your if you can, guys. Okay. So I typed in 9.07 times by 10 to the 7 on my Casio ClassWiz. Then I pressed execute. So bottom right, says EXE for execute. Okay, and I got 90,700,000. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. That's if anyone's got the oh there's a 10 to the power of button. Sorry, I missed that. Oh I missed that. Sorry about that. Okay, so I think for me, I'm probably gonna go for this method. Okay, no reason why. That's what I did in my example below. Either method is appropriate. Okay, but so right at the bottom, guys, on the FX85 GTCW, so Casio ClassWiz, you got the times by 10 to the power of that 10. Either way, it's still gonna work. I just like to obviously enter it manually. Okay, next question. Use a calculator to write the numbers in standard form as ordinary numbers. So 3 times 10 to the 7. So that's going to be 3 and then 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next one, 2.8 times 10 to the 5. That's going to be 28. So times it by 10. I'm going to add on 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I'm going to have 1, 2, and I'm going to have 6 zeros. 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to have 6.092 times 10 to the 9. Okay, let's just enter that on my calculator just to obviously be safe. Okay, because I was doing it in my head there. So 10 to the power of 9. Execute. We have, I believe, we have 6 billion, I think it is, and then 92 million, if I'm not mistaken. And that is a very big number, guys. It's a very, very big number. Okay. Imagine, I'm going a bit off topic here. Imagine, like, you open up your bank balance and it's had one of these numbers. I think everyone, would obviously be very happy and probably screaming with joy. But obviously, that is like a dream, yeah. Okay, yeah, to read that. But yeah, I'm getting a bit off topic now. But yeah, so that's how we convert here on our calculator. Yeah. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, next part. So calculate 4 times 10 to the 3 times 10 to the 4. You give your answer in standard form. So the key here, guys, I do 4 times 3, which is 12, and then I'm going to times that by 10 to the power of 4. So here, numbers go with numbers, and then the powers of 10 go with the powers of 10, if that makes sense. Okay, so I do 4 times 3 makes 12, and then keep that, yeah, the same, okay? And that's going to be 1.2 times by 10 to the power of 5. Okay, remember, it's a number between 1 and 10 times by 10 to some power. Power can be negative or positive. Okay, so always remember here that you're in here between 1 and 10. Okay, so is Annie correct? No. Okay, because 12 is bigger than 1 to 10. Okay, next part. Okay, so if you want to, guys, yeah, obviously pause it here, try it on your calculator, and then press play when you're ready. Okay, the part A, 5 times 3 times 10 to the 6. So 5 times 3 here makes 15 times by 10 to the 6. Okay, that's not standard form. So I'm going to change it now, okay, by making that 1.5 and adding 1 to the power. So it's 1.5 times 10 to the 7. Next one, 2 times 7 makes 14. 14 times 10 to the power of 4. And 14 is bigger than 1 to 10. So I'm going to make it 1.4. And I'm going to add 1 to this power, okay? Because I'm making this here 10 times smaller, okay? The next one, we're going to have 48 times by 10 to the power of 3. So I'm going to make that, yeah, obviously smaller. So that's going to be 4.8. Okay? So that's going to be minus 2. Okay? So we're going to add 1 to the power. And then that's going to be 36 times 10 to the power of minus 5. Again, 36 to 3.6. Yeah, I'm going to divide it by 10. Okay, so divide by 10. And then I'm going to add 1 to the power to keep it in check. Minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4. Okay? So well done, yeah, well done if you got that. If you didn't, hopefully it makes sense now. Okay? Yeah, remember, the number between 1 and 10 times by 10 to some power. Okay, next part. So work out 2.3 times 10 to the 4 plus 4 times 10 to the 4. So Aeneas says this. So the answer is this. Okay, Whitney says this. Okay, who is correct? Okay, explain your answer. So here, right, when I'm adding or subtracting it in standard form, the key is either to write them here as both here ordinary numbers, or to convert it so it's the same powers of 10, and I can just add and subtract here the numbers. Okay, so that's a very key fact. Okay, so 2.3 plus 4.1 makes 6.4 times 10 to the power of 4. Okay, this works because our place values here obviously lie in the same place. Okay, and I've got, yeah, the same number, you have like decimal points. That's why it actually works. Okay, so Amir is actually correct. Okay, so also Whitney's also correct. Okay, so they're actually both correct. Okay, but the key, guys, is that when you add or subtract in standard form, okay, that you must have the same powers of 10 because you're following the place value method. Okay, and that's why it works. Okay, next part. Identify the equivalent calculations. Okay, so 6 times 10 to the 4 divided by 2 times 10 to the minus 3. Okay, so this is actually the same as this. Oh, sorry. So A and C are going to be the same. Okay, now B hasn't actually got brackets here. Okay, so that's not the same as yet A or C. Okay, because so A and C will give you 3 times 10 to the 7, okay, using big mass or bottom mass. Okay, so you want to put, yeah, brackets ideally. Now that actually also goes here for the previous slide. I forgot to actually mention that, yeah, obviously. So yeah, you have to put brackets to make clear. Otherwise, what B I have to do, yeah, obviously using big mass. So I would obviously have to do 10 to the 4 divided by 2 and then times by 10 to the 3. Okay, so that would have given you what? 10 squared. Okay, and then times it by 10 to the minus 3. Sorry, not 10 squared. What am I talking about? 5 to the 4, I mean. Yeah, so 10 to the 4 times by 10, yeah, times by 10 to the minus 3, yeah, makes 10 to the power of 1. Okay, you've got 6 divided by 2 times that. So that's going to be 3 times 10 to the 1. Yeah, that should be 30. Yeah, whereas A and C give you the answer 3 by 10 to the power of 7, or 3 times 10 to the power of 7. Okay, there we go. Okay, next part. So Eva is working out this sum. This is her calculated display. Okay, so explain the mistake here Eva's made. So she forgot to put brackets. Okay, because again, the calculator obviously follows maths. So forgot brackets. Okay, right, next part. Okay, so using our calculator, okay, what are we going to get? So for the first one, we're going to have 3.2 times by 10 to the power of 6. Okay, oh, sorry, not times by, let's just delete that. Add, and then in brackets, 2.5 times 10 to the power of 6. Close brackets. Okay, so that's going to be 5,700,000. So it's going to be 5 point, oh, actually, I can just change it into standard form. There we go. Oh, nope. There we go. So that's going to be 5.7 times 10 to the 6. Okay, changing that, yeah, going into format and then changing it to standard form. Okay, so yeah, so I pressed the ENG notation. Okay, at the bottom of that tab. Okay, part B. Okay, we're going to have 5.9 times by 10 cubed times by 4 times 10 to the power of minus 5. Let's change that into a, there we go. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 2.36 by 10 to the minus 1. Again, obviously, correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I got. Okay. And then part C. Okay. So 1.8, yeah, 1.4, yeah, divided by 8. Okay, yeah, obviously work out if you want to. So half it and then half it and then half it again. So it's going to be 0.7, 0.35. And then what's half of 0.35? So it's going to be 0.175. And when I divide, I'm going to subtract the powers. Minus 7 minus 3, because minus 7 plus 3. So it's going to be minus 4. So we're going to have 1.75 times by 10 to the minus 5. Okay. So yeah, remember, I'll obviously times that by 10. So I'm going to knock off 1 from the power. Okay. So minus 4 minus 1, x minus 5. And lastly here, guys, let's work it out on my calculator, okay, because I'm being a bit adventurous. So 7.1 times by 10 to the power of minus 2, close brackets, subtract 3 times 10 to the power of minus 3, close brackets, press execute. There we go. So it's going to be 6.8 times by 10 to the minus 2. Okay, there we go. Oh, but I've made a mistake though. Sorry, I might have made a mistake for this first one. Sorry, that's my, yeah, I think I might have actually times the by accident. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this first one, I think I actually timed the guys. Sorry about that. So it should be 3.45. Okay, I think I actually times it by accident. So I pressed times here, not addition. That's my fault. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Next part, what's same here? What's the different or what's different? So again, same numbers. What's different is that obviously again the order of operations are going to be different. So here I do the square root of the top first and then divide it by that. Okay. Whereas the second one, I do the square root of the whole fraction and get a different answer. So if I do this, guys, what do I get? I have the square root of 1.6 times 10 to the power of 5, okay, divided by 4 times 10 to the minus 6. And if I press execute, I get 200,000 for this, okay, or 2 times 10 to the 5. Whereas this one, okay, what am I going to get? Well, I'm going to press the square root symbol, 1.6 times by 10 to the power of 5, okay, and then I'm going to put some brackets so to make it clear. So I'm going to put some brackets, and then I'm dividing that. Again, make sure that my arrows out of the square root symbol. So divided by 4 times 10 to the minus 6. Oh. And here I get 100 actually million. So I get 1, and then I get 1, 2, 3. So I have easy. So it's going to be 1 times by 10 to the 8. Okay, or 100 million. And then the second one I get 2 times 10 to the power of 5. Okay, there's no calculators. Okay, so same numbers but different use of operations using BIDMAS. Okay, next part. A Mars rover travels across the surface of Mars at an average speed of 2.5 times 10 to the minus 1 meters per second. Rover needs to travel 3 times 10 to the power of 4 meters. Work out how long the journey will take. Give your answer in seconds written in standard form. So we got speed, okay, equals distance over time. So S dt, guys, okay. So covering here, obviously time is going to be distance over speed. So this divided by this. So 3 times 10 to the power of 4 divided by 2.5 times 10 to the minus 1. Remember, numbers go in numbers and then powers of 10 go with powers of 10. So let's just, so in this part here, it's going to be 4 minus 1. So it's going to be times 10 to the power of 5. We got 3 divided by 5 halves. Okay, it's going to be, same as doing 3 times 2 fifths. So it's going to be 6 fifths, which is 1 and 1 fifth, so that'll be 1.2. Okay, so remember, we swap flip or keep flip change. So 3 times 2/5 is going to be 6/5. Okay, think of it as 3/1. Okay, keep flip change or keep change flip. Okay, KFC. Yeah, I get 6/5, which is equal to 1 1/5. 1/5 is 0.2, so it's going to be 1.2. Okay, so well done if you got that. Okay, that's quite a common exam question here, especially on GCSE papers, higher and foundation. There we go, so time is distance over speed. There we go. Okay, adapt your input. So add your own content to meet the needs of your class. Okay. So what are the definitions of the key vocabulary? Click on the word educate to reveal expression. Okay, so here I can't actually obviously click on it. So this just means a normal number. Okay, so normal number. So for example, 150 is 0.05. These are all just ordinary numbers. Okay, so the word ordinary, okay, so excuse like the means obviously part of like the norm. So that's what ordinary means. Okay, expression means a collection of terms. Okay, so collection of terms. And again, some of these are like down to like interpretation. So if you've not written exactly what I've written, okay, that's fine. Okay, so an expression here is when you have, let's say 2a or 2a plus 5b, okay, or 7x squared, okay, or even like 75, okay, that is also a numerical expression, okay. So collection of terms, okay, usually can be like or unlike terms. Okay, standard form, number between 1 and 10 times by 10 to some power. So I'm going to write it as e times by 10 to the power of b, okay, where the power can be positive or negative. Okay, remember, is going to be between obviously greater than or equal to 1 or less than 10. Obviously, b can be any positive or negative integer, it's a whole number. Okay, of course, you can actually have fractions here, but at this stage, we obviously take b to be like a whole number. So b is equal to an integer, okay, whole number. Okay, but in the future, if you want to obviously investigate what happens if it's not a whole number, okay, obviously it's a bit more trickier. Okay, but not having powers of a half, powers of a third, which is obviously a bit more complex. Okay, but for our purposes and the purpose of this video, we're looking at a whole number, powers of 10. So no fraction, no decimal, no percentage as a power of 10. Okay, just whole numbers. Okay. Okay, so next part. Okay, let's learn. Okay, this part I've done this year, so this part is actually now done, guys. Okay, so I think it should repeat itself. So use your calculator to obviously write down 9.06 times 10 to the power 7 as an ordinary number. There are your two options. Which method do you prefer? So obviously went for this one, okay, but can obviously be either. Okay, again, there's no right or wrong answer. Okay, when it asks for your opinion, okay, so these were obviously done earlier. Okay, and if it hasn't, then they're the answers for them. Okay, remember guys, standard form is number between 1 and 10 times by 10 to some power. Okay, that's the key takeaway from today's lesson. Okay. Is she correct, guys? The answer is actually no, because 12 is bigger than 1 to 10. Okay. Here we go. Okay. And that's it, guys. So that concludes our video for today. Hopefully it made sense. Thank you for obviously watching it all the way through, and thank you for obviously watching it in full. Okay, I really obviously appreciate it. Okay, any questions, guys? Any topic requests? You drop them down in the comments below. Okay, if you have found it useful, guys, yeah, please consider liking the video. Okay, follow me on my social media pages. So follow me on my YouTube, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook page. Okay, and if anyone is looking for personalized or one-to-one tutoring online, then I have some spaces and also just availability for the next few weeks and months. Okay, for one-to-one tutoring for GCSE maths, A-level maths, Key Stage 2 maths, SATs 11 plus Key Stage 1 maths and English SATs, okay, and also functional skills, maths and English, okay. Yeah, so drop us a message, okay, or send me an email, okay. But yeah, any questions, any topic requests, okay, anything you want me to cover, happy to do it, okay. But yeah, just give us a follow, guys, and please help me reach that 10k target that I've been shouting about and screamed out for a while, okay, on TikTok, so they can start paying me, okay, even small pennies. Press that follow button, okay, on TikTok and get me to 10,000 followers, okay, and yeah, okay, or get me to 1.0 times 10 to the 5, okay, or 1 times 10 to the 5 followers, okay. That was a bit of a math joke there, but yeah, from today's video, yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon, okay. Bye for now. Take care, all the best. Okay? Have a fabulous day wherever you are in the world or the country. Bye for now.